Hi everyone, Angie Smith here. Thank you for watching and welcome back to another edition of my Mix It Up with me. This week I'm featuring the Harry Potter collection, the 4 bars that have returned. I think this is the 3rd time we're seeing them return as a collection. And to me, they are all for like fall, winter type scents. So we are in August, transition month with Scentsy. So we're getting ready to go into fall with September. So I think having them on hand now and then getting ready to warm them when we start with the fall winters is a good thing to do. So let's start up first with the green wax. This is called Cunning and Ambition. It's a beautiful like green. It is from the House of Slytherin, and it is the fruity scent of the bunch. And I would almost say this borders fresh and fruity. So this has forest woods, fresh oak moss, and blackberry. So I think the blackberry is what's giving it its fruitiness. Now this scent is very similar to me to like Disney Season of Magic or like a Black Forest Pine type scent. And I do like this. The only issue I had with it was longevity and performance. I feel like I get better strength throw and performance from either Black Forest Pine or Disney Season of Magic. But this is not a bad bar to have. I do like it. Scents that I think would go really well with the Cunning and Ambition, I want to call it Slytherin, are raspberry type scents. So here's what I've picked out. And let's start with Blackberry Spice. So this will be back September 1st. And if you have some of this on hand, keep in mind I try to pick scents that I have on hand that I can share with you. There are probably other scents that you think might go with this. If there are, definitely put them in my comments. And I thank you for the suggestion. So Blackberry Spice is from the Spice family. It was new to the catalog last year. And the scent notes are blackberry, cedarwood, and clove. It's such a good blackberry scent. And it's not super like spicy to me, but that cedarwood and clove definitely help that. These two together, they just smell amazing. And it would help bring out that blackberry. So I definitely like these two. Blackberry Spice and Cunning and Ambition. And then next up is a scent that they skipped it in the catalog last year. And then they decided to bring it back. So it'll be back September 1st. And that is Snowberry. So a lot of these scents you're going to find are fall, winter type scents because I do feel like this collection is more fall, winter oriented. And the scent notes, this is in the fruity category. Snowberry is loganberry, strawberry, peppermint, and cinnamon. And it's funny because I find this very berry to me. It's not like peppermint candy cane or cinnamon pine cones kind of thing. To me, it's a very like fruity type scent. And I think it would go very well with Cunning and Ambition. Keep in mind, you can mix these 1-to-1 in the same warmer. If something's too strong, you could mix 2 of 1 to 1 of 1, half of a cube to 1 cube. Like, you can play around with these, or you can do alternating warmers or alternating rooms. But yes, those two together just smell fantastic. And that is Snowberry with Cunning and Ambition. All right. Next up is a scent that is available now. It is in the spring and summer catalog. It is retiring at the end of this month, but you have time to either pick this up, or if you already have it, try it out with the Cunning and Ambition scent. So I chose Raspberry Hibiscus Tea, which is a nice raspberry colored wax. It is in the fruity category. It is wild raspberry, hibiscus petals, and elderberry sugar. And I think that elderberry does something. It's very similar to me to like a blackberry. And those two would be fantastic. I have enjoyed this raspberry hibiscus tea this summer. But again, that's raspberry hibiscus tea and the Cunning and Ambition. If I can get that out. And then the last scent that I chose to look at this is the Harry Potter Wizarding World to pair with the Cunning and Ambition. So I love this Wizarding World scent. It's amazing. It is in the woods category. It is sparkling citrus, green apple, mahogany woods, and vanilla amber. And I think that these two together, just the fruity with the woods. Now my Harry Potter Wizarding World bars have gotten really juicy this summer. And that is amazing. Those two scents, definitely complementary, and both in the Harry Potter family. So you're showing some love all the way around. I think I'm gonna kind of dye that down just a little. So that was everything for Cunning and Ambition. Next up is the red one. So Gryffindor, House of Gryffindor, which is Bravery and Determination. So this scent is in the spice category. It is smoky woods, amber, and cinnamon leaf. Not like sugary cinnamon. It's like the leaf of the cinnamon. Man, this one has gotten like just juicy. I had this actually from the last time this was out. So I have September. And to me, this is that smoky quality with this. It says smoky woods. It reminds me of like the smoky chips when you're gonna grill something. That's what this reminds me of. That like mesquite. I think that's what that's called. This is not a favorite to me, but I was able, and I'm sorry, I was going to look up who had originally suggested, and if you're watching this, please comment below. But the only way I was able to get through this bar, and I bought more because of that, was because she had suggested the Bravery and Determination with apple s'mores. And I love this pairing. It is amazing. And 1-to-1 in the same warmer. It is amazing. Apple s'mores is so strong. It's very like smoky and sweet at the same time. This was a bring back my bar. And it's been in my club for a while. It's harvest apples, cinnamon glaze, coconut milk, toasted marshmallow, vanilla cream, and cedar wood. I love this. Is a scent that will never go away from my club. I love it. And to pair this with the Bravery and Determination, it is amazing. Now, this was one of the hardest ones for me to find pairings for, because a lot of scents, when I kind of put them together, they did not jive at all. this Bravery and Determination is just super, like, it's got, like I said, that smoky woods, that cinnamon leaf, that's part of it. It's kind of like when you think of like a clove and cinnamon type scent. So I don't have this bar, but a lot of people have said, and I have warmed this before, that this is in the same family with apple s'mores. It's not quite apple s'mores, but it's similar. And that's this Falling Apples. I believe that is returning in September. So that's why I wanted to include that as well. If you don't have apple s'mores, this Falling Apples. It's in the woods category. It's crisp apple, acorn, and oak. So it has a little bit of that feel with apple s'mores, but it doesn't have all of the like toasted marshmallow and the sugary goodness going on. But I think that these two would pair very well and would help tone down some of that like smoky mesquite smell that I get. This one is returning. I know this in September into the catalog. This was a scent of the month, I believe, December of 2022. So just in our last fall winter season. It's cinnamon pine cones. I love, this was like my I think this was my favorite scent of the month. It's in the woods category as well. It's a sparkling pine cones, fir balsam, sweet cinnamon stick. So if you ever walk into like Michael's craft store and you smell like those scented pine cones, or like I've been in the grocery store, Walmart even has them. And that's what this smells like. The cinnamon is a sweet cinnamon. It's so good. And then to pair that with the Bravery and Determination, so good. And it's strong enough to handle. So that it is cinnamon pine cones and Bravery and Determination. I am getting a lot of glare today. Let's see if that helps. And then last but not least, I only did 4 scents since I was doing 4 bars instead of 5. Bravery and Determination with Around the Campfire. So Around the Campfire is also in the woods category. It's mountain air, fresh fallen woods, and smoky embers. So again, you get like the smoky wood type quality. And it does. It smells like you're sitting around a bonfire and you're getting ready to, roast some marshmallows, and you got the pumpkin carving going outside. Like, this is all just fall. So, this with Bravery and Determination, it's definitely just like that smoky goodness to get you in the mood for fall. So, Around the Campfire and Bravery and Determination. Let me know what other mixes you have suggestions for this bar. This one was, like I said, a really hard bar to come up with scent-wise. All right, Wit and Wisdom. This is the blue one. This is my favorite of all 4. I actually have this one in my club. It's kind of almost like a, it's not, I guess it is a little neon on the border of that blue. Not all the way though. So, let me get to the right page for this. So this is the Ravenclaw House. This is in the woods category. It is suede, sandalwood, and vanilla. So this scent is, to me, like just an old leather book. It is like suede leather. It's so good, and it's strong, and I love mixing this. My favorite mix with this is maple vanilla glaze, and that is one that I thought would return. This was I think this was the holiday collection last year. This is also in my club. This just smells like a maple glazed donut, but the scent notes are buttered caramel, dark maple, and caramelized sugar. It's so good on its own, but to mix it like a sugary scent with wit and wisdom, oh my goodness, those two together are, it's like sweet and suede and vanilla and leather. It's like you're wearing like your leather jacket and you go into a donut shop and all of that sugary goodness just kind of like gets all blended into your leather jacket. So I love that. So good. I'm kind of sad the maple vanilla glaze did not make it in the catalog, because if you missed out on this scent, I hope it returns at some point. I was trying to see what, like those are like maple leaves, but I'm not sure what those things are at the top. They almost look like little spiders. And then on one scent that is returning, and I thought this would work really well because it's very sugary, kind of like that maple vanilla glaze, but it's more butterscotch and like candy cornish. And this is Gimme Candy, which was a scent of the month last year. I think it was September scent of the month because it was for like the Halloween season. But it is in the bakery. It's called Gimme Candy, caramelized sugar, golden honey, and sweet buttercream. So good. It's kind of the same concept. You're wearing your leather jacket, you're trick-or-treating, you're eating some cupcakes with candy corns. So, Gimme Candy and Wit and Wisdom. So good. I could probably find a lot more to go with this Wit and Wisdom, but I just grabbed the maple vanilla glaze and the Wit and Wisdom, and it is my number one of my number one mixers. I should do like an all-time favorite mixing. The problem I have with my mixers is a lot of them aren't available anymore. So Cashmere and Corduroy is returning September 1st. So this is just a nice, cozy cashmere, like scent, body care kind of scent. So good. Cashmere and Corduroy is in the woods category. Very nice. It is vanilla, Sicilian bergamot, cashmere, sandalwood. Just both of them good, strong performers. They can hold up well together, and that's such a good pair too. And then last but not least, if you liked like the graduation bar, so a couple years ago there was a collection called, I think it was called like Life's Moments, and there was like a happy new home, so it was like a clean smell going into your new home. I think there was like a baby being born, which is more like a lavender type scent. There was like a happy birthday type scent. I'm trying to think what all there was. The graduation, and I feel like there was like, oh, there was the wedding scent. So the graduation scent was phenomenal. The only problem that I had with that was it was smelled amazing in the clam, but performance, not so much. So if you liked that bar, this is close. It's not a dupe because I think that leather, because it looks kind of like a book bound leather in the graduation scent, but these two are really good. So Johnny Appleseed, which is apple, right? Macintosh apple. Such a good strong scent. And then with the leather-bound book of Wit and Wisdom, that is so nice together. So if you liked Graduation, but you were a little lackluster with the scent performance, these two together are very close to that, and they're both strong performers. So that's Wit and Wisdom and Johnny Appleseed. Johnny Appleseed is in the fruity category. It is Macintosh, apple peels, and crisp pear. So a little bit of pear. And then I didn't pull out a bar of this, but Vanilla Waves. You gotta have Vanilla Waves with everything, and Vanilla Waves with this is amazing. If you have any other suggestions for Wit and Wisdom, please put that in the comments. All right, here's the one that everyone struggles with, and I kind of struggle as well. This is Harry Potter's Just and Loyal from the Hufflepuff. So this scent is one of those scents that can lean a little bit like cat pee to some people, and this is borderline that for me, but I'm sure there are lots of you out there who absolutely love this scent. I know, O'Neill, I'm gonna throw you out there. You said you had a hard time because this is a very strong scent, and it is hard to probably mask. So you may have to think about maybe doing every other warmer, or doing maybe like half a cube of this to maybe a cube to 2 cubes of something else. And I'm not just meaning you, O'Neill, I mean like everybody out there, because this is a super strong scent. It's in the bakery. It's a golden apple, which I feel like I struggle with golden apple scents. Whipped vanilla almond and cinnamon sugar. So scent notes alone, you would think like amazing, but I think it's that golden apple that kind of gives it that turn a little bit. So when I smell this, I think of, if you've ever seen like a baked, like an apple, right? You take an apple, peel it all out, so like a baked apple, and then they stuff it with, say, like maybe some almonds, like cinnamon and sugared almonds, and then top it with like ice cream and like whipped cream. That's what this reminds me of, is that kind of dish for like a baked apple pie kind of thing. But like the baked, actually apples that are stuffed. So here's some scents that I think will work with this. Cinnamon Pine Cones. Cinnamon Pine Cones is a very strong performer. It is in the woods category, so it kind of offsets that sweet bakery. It has sparkling pine cones. I know I gave you the scent notes earlier, but we'll read through them again. Sparkling pine cones, fir balsam, and sweet cinnamon sticks. And I think that would just, the cinnamon with that, amazing. So let me know if you've tried that, O'Neill, and how that works. This just may be the scent that, yeah, you're going to have to cut it down. It's a strong one. One that I really shocked that did not return, because I had a lot of customers who loved this scent. And I have a couple bars left, and I did not club it, so this is one I'm kicking myself for. But Warm Pumpkin Drizzle. This was the scent of the month for October 2022. It's getting a little juicy. It's good though. It's a dessert type scent. It is cloves, so warm cloves, pumpkin, and sweet maple syrup. I think this would go well with these two. If not, just give it, like, tone it down just a little bit on the Justin Loyal. So that was a warm pumpkin drizzle. Next up, I almost don't want to ruin this for myself, but Caramel Apple Craze is such a strong performer. It's caramel, it's apples, right? Golden caramel, red delicious apples, and whipped vanilla. And I think just adding the red delicious apples with the golden apple, I think it would just kind of add some more sweet apple depth to the dessert. So that's caramel apple craze with the Justin Loyal. This is returning September 1st. And then I have 2 more scents. They're ones I think would go really well. They are not available, so you have to have these in order to do this. But last year we had a Scentspirations collection, and it was for vanilla bean buttercream. So I honestly think you would do well too with vanilla bean buttercream, maybe to tone this down just a tad bit. But this gingerbread buttercream has in it vanilla bean buttercream, which we know is the vanilla bean buttercream scent, and then ground ginger and nutmeg. So it's got a little bit of spice with it, like a gingerbread cookie, and I think it would add such a good like spice to, but a sweet spice to the Justin Loyal. And this bar, even though it's juicy, look how juicy that is, it has cured really well. This is one that I think smells fantastic now. This is why I'm so quick to cut things from my club just to stay within a budget amount. But if I could just let these cure and then be able to purchase them a year later, how amazing is that? So that's Justin Loyal and gingerbread buttercream. I think those two together would be really nice. And then the last one is rum raisin cookie, which was a bring back my bar. This is one I cut from my club too. And it's so good. You can tell it's really straight. Like it was like probably a medium throw for me. And it just seems strong, so much stronger now. So this is cookie dough, rum, and then raisin and clove. So it's got kind of like that clove with the, I feel like this is almost like that spiced clove kind of scent. So good. Definitely, if not in the same warmer, maybe alternating ones just to kind of waft those scents together. And that is rum raisin cookie, if you have that, with Justin Loyal. If you have any good mixes, because this is one that I know a lot of you out there struggle with, definitely add any of those in the comments, and I totally appreciate it. Thank you all for sticking it out with me, and I will see you next week on another Mix It Up with me. Thanks, guys. I hope you have a good week.